What's up, Bills Mafia? I got 5 takeaways from the Bills' 23-20 win over the Jets on Monday night. But before we get to that, let's get to that intro.
That means that we punched our ticket to go try to win the Super Bowl, and that's it. We got one game at a time, starting at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Love y'all, boys. Love you. Love you. I go to war with every single one of you, every game, all right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Win.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 It's showtime.
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell because I always forget to tell you. What is up, Bills Mafia, man? Phew, the Bills win a close one, 23-20 over the New York Jets. Oh, wait, whoa, over the New Jersey Jets on Monday Night Football. And man, it was actually a great game that really, honestly, the refs kind of ruined. Way too many flags being thrown on the field. Too much laundry on the field, and both teams got hit with penalties. So I don't want to hear it from the Jets fans. I don't want to hear it from Bills Mafia. We both got hosed last night by some of those calls. Outrageous calls. Like, honestly, they were outrageous calls. I mean, I could go through all of them, but I'm not going to waste my time. You guys watch the game. You guys know what I'm talking about. So I thought both teams really got the bad end of those calls. So the refs really, I felt like they ruined the flow of the game. And even though it was still a great game, it really was 20-20 defensive battle in the second half. It could have been so much better. It really could have if the refs didn't get so involved with their flags, with the flag throwing. By the way, can't stand that. And I was giving the refs credit this year. I thought the refs were doing a way better job. Bloody awful, as the Brits like to say. Bloody awful. All right. So, guys, I got 5 takeaways from this game, and then I'm going to give you some more takeaways as I continue on. So let's go ahead and get to it. By the way, shout out to Bills Wire for creating this article. All right, let's get to it. 5 takeaways. Ray Davis. And man, I told you all about Ray Davis. The Bills did not have James Cook toe injury at running back due to injury. Even so, 4th-round rookie Ray Davis stepped up and played his part. Davis shined on the ground, rushing for 97 yards and 20 carries. He also featured in the passing game, leading Buffalo with 55 receiving yards on 3 catches. Davis might need to get more involved going forward. I told y'all about Ray Davis, and a lot of you guys were like, James Cook is elite. He is the man. He is our number one. And listen, I never said James Cook isn't a good running back. I never said James Cook isn't our number one back. But I also told you, watch out for Ray Davis this season because he's going to start taking some of those carries away from James Cook. Because Ray Davis is a really good running back. Is he elite? No, I'm not going there with that. But he brings a different part. He brings a different aspect to the game in the running game, right? He brings the power, right? He has power. right? James Cook's not good between the tackles, right? So you got that element. He's a better pass blocker than James Cook by far. I feel like he has better, to be honest with you, I think he's a little better vision than James Cook. And he's just as good catching the ball as you saw last night. So the only thing he doesn't have or lacks is the speed that James Cook provides. Now, I'm not, once again, not saying James Cook is bad. James Cook, oh, by the way, too, Ray Davis' contact balance, I think, is way better as well. So they both bring something different to the running back room. You could do a two-headed monster type of scheme with those two at running back. You definitely can. There's teams that do it. Look at the Jets and Breece Hall and Allen. They're doing it over there. There's other teams that do it as well, that use two running backs. Look at the Lions. They do it over there. Listen, I hope Joe Brady understands now what Ray Davis brings to the table and starts using him more in this offense. Because right now, guys, I hate to say it. I mean, I hate to say not hate to say it. The reality is our wide receivers are terrible. When I read that little piece to you, you know who our leading receiver was? It said it right there. Ray Davis. Can't have your running back as your best receiver in a game. I'm sorry, you can't. You can't. And right now, our running backs are probably our best option on offense. Obviously, Josh Allen, but come on, man. Like you saw the week before, Josh Allen 9 for 30. Right now, last night, way better, right? Josh Allen, 19 of 25, 215, 2 touchdowns. But do I got to go through the receivers? Okay, sure. Why not? Dalton Kincaid, 6 receptions, 51 yards. Curtis Samuel, three catches, 44 yards. Keon Coleman, 3 catches, 26 yards. Khalil Shakir, 2 catches, 19. Knox, 1 for 12. Mac Hollins, 1 for 8. It's unacceptable. We still have not had a receiver get 100 yards. Our closest was Khalil Shakir at 82 or 86, something like that. We need help. And this offense cannot continue on. It's not sustainable, right? You can't. Like, it will not take you far. Like, this offense, we will not get away with what we got away with last night, meaning coming out with a victory over a good defensive team. It's not going to happen like that, guys. It's not with this offense. And Brandon Beane has to do something about it. He has to. You cannot continue to stay the course and not make any moves while this offense, especially this wide receiver group, is struggling to do anything. I get Brandon Beane has his mindset on staying the course, and he wants to do he's setting up the future of the Buffalo Bills. Well, my God, bro, we're in year 8 with you and McBean, with you and McDermott. Staying the course, okay, it's I guess kind of worked as far as we're a playoff team, but we're not going far in playoffs, right? We're not going far in the playoffs. And now it seems like it's getting worse. Like the offense, especially the offense. And everything he's trying to do, building through the draft. Look, man, you hoarded all these draft picks and you draft one receiver last year or this offseason. Sorry. Why? You went thrift store shopping in free agency. Let's be real. And you want to talk about, we got no money. We got no money. Got no money, Tommy. Well, who's to blame for that? Well, Brandon Beane is. And I get I understand that GMs make mistakes. No GM is perfect. I get it. And I love Brandon Beane. I think Brandon Beane has done a very good job here. I'm not even saying he's a bad GM. Not at all. But he also has to take some responsibility in the players that he has decided to pay that are underperforming and costing him an opportunity to sign a better player in free agency other than a thrift store receiver. Mac Hollins, MVS. Come on, man. We could do better than that. But that's because he's out there spending money on Dawson Knox's and Tyler Bass and, MVS. Curtis Samuel's starting to become a player that, obviously is not doing anything this year. Now it's early, and I understand he probably isn't 100%, but the reality is he right now is not performing well. He's underperforming his contract. Von Miller, right? Because he got suspended. I don't want to hear it, right? He's, injury last year, suspended 4 games now, underperforming. Dawson Knox, obviously underperforming. I mean, I could go on and on. I really can. AJ Epinesa finally woke up last night and did something because he was on my list of players that were underperforming. But I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's more players that he has paid and have not lived up to their contract. Let's be real. Matt Milano can't stay on the field. Can't stay healthy. It's 2 years in a row. He's missing 2 seasons. Now, he may come back this season, late in the season, maybe, cross our fingers. But listen, you can't just say we don't have the money. Well, if he would stop paying certain players, overpaying certain players, just saying, just throwing that out there. And guys, too, listen, I get the salary cap is real, but there's always a way to work around a salary cap. There's always a way. And I'm not saying Brandon Beane needs to go on this shopping spree every offseason and just go crazy with the money. I'm not saying that at all. But it's okay to go get, a player or two and spend a little bit and work the cap if it betters your team, because we're year 8 in and we haven't accomplished anything. If we're going to be real, okay, wow, we won the East. Like, I was super excited when we won the East like a couple years in a row. But now it's like, yeah, I know we can win the East. We're going to win it again this year. Wow. Like, I don't want to brag about winning the East year after year, but that's all we did. It's like, I don't know. Anyways, let me get back to this, and then I'll go more on that, because I'm getting sidetracked here, because it's very, very frustrating as a Bills fan. Win plays a part. Look at that fucking guy, man. I am so sick of this guy. Listen, the only reason I even somewhat like this guy still is because he's an animal person. Like, he supports, he does like some cat thing, like for cats. And I like all animals. I'm more of a dog person, but I like cats too. I love cats too. I love mostly all animals. And I'll give the dude credit for that. Like, I think it's something with like adoption or whatever, but on the field kicking, he's horrendous. He is so bad now. Like, I have no idea what happened to him. His confidence has totally been shot. Like, forget it. It's time to move on. Unfortunately, we can't this year. There's no kicker out there that I'm aware of that could do a better job right now, because the kickers we brought in were even worse than him. You don't want to have a worse kicker than the bad one you already have. But he's just bad. And I don't want to hear about no fucking wins, okay? You guys realize where we play, right? In that stadium in Buffalo. It's fucking windy, especially in, December, January. Like, it gets really windy and snowy and bad weather. So we need a kicker who's reliable, kick through that. Look at the history of kickers. There's a lot of kickers that have played in bad environments and have done very well. Tyler Bass, I have no faith in a fucking dome stadium. How about that? What's his excuse missing on a beautiful day in fucking, and at another stadium? He does it all the time, folks, while we're playing other teams in the same environment who are making field goals. Now, last night, yeah, I get it. The Jets kicker missed 2, clanked off the pole. But I got to say, at least he was closer than fucking Tyler Bass. The extra point. Brr. And, of course, you're going to be like, it was blocked, Tommy. Blocked. You know these kickers have a way to kick the ball, right? They can kick a little higher, lower. Clearly, he's having a problem kicking the ball, okay? I don't want to hear it. Stop with anyone making excuses for Tyler Bass needs to move on, okay? Tyler Bass he sucks right now. There's no other way to tell you that. He's terrible. I have zero faith in Tyler Bass right now. Between both teams, 4 kicks were missed relating to the scoreboard and the momentum. That changes a game. Bass missed an extra point and a 47-yard boot coming out of halftime. While it would have been a big boost for him to hit it, it's likely that he's not going to beat up much for this. He's not going to get beat up for this one. It was a windy day in the great New Jersey City area. I don't know, New York. Once again, no, I already just talked about it. No excuse. But make your fucking kicks. I want to hear about wind. It was windy. Bro, you're a fucking NFL kicker. You're paid a lot of money. By the way, yeah, you're paid a lot of money to make kicks, bro. Like, no, listen, it's not going to be perfect every time you go to kick. Right? Like, that's not how it works. There's going to be games where it's windy, snowy, raining. Okay, do your job. I don't know what to tell you. You're paid a lot of money to do your job. Go do it. Real simple. And if you can't, then we got to move on. And I think the Bills have to move on this offseason. This coming up offseason. There's no way we can have another year of Tyler Bass as our kicker. And I don't want to hear McDermott saying, we trust him, we trust him, we trust him. Oh, we trust him. Oh, you trust him so much you brought in 2 kickers 2 weeks ago. Oh, you trust him, huh? Why'd you bring in 2 kickers if you trust him so much? Why? Because you're trying to, light a fire under his ass. I mean, that's all that was about, by the way, right? It was basically telling him, hey, we're not afraid of making a change this offseason. But he knows the deal. He knew the kickers coming in were hot garbage. They weren't going to take his job. So, I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to hear McDermott, we have trust in Tyler Bass. Like, nobody has trust in Tyler Bass at this time. Nobody. End of half. Oof. Yeah, that was fucking... The Bills cannot have mistakes late like this. Guys, while this win was still grabbed by Buffalo, New Jersey scored on a Hail Mary pass at the end of the first half. Quarterback Aaron Rodgers has a knack for those. And kudos for the Bills for not letting it bite them. But come on, man. This has happened in the past. Hail Murray. And it's not really too excusable. Buffalo decided to only rush 2 defensive linemen on the play, and everyone dropped back into coverage. Even so, Jets wide receiver Alan Lazard called a pass right before halftime, and the score was 20-17 heading into the break. Against a better team, that kills a game. And by the way, Aaron Rodgers, post-game, they asked him about that Hail Mary, and he was like, yeah, they sent 2, and it made it way easier for me to, have to throw that Hail Mary. He had all the time in the world, perfect pass, no pressure. Why are you rushing 2? Why at least rush 3? Like, what is going on here? What are you doing? And the edges are covering the boundaries. Like, what? First of all, the whole series was terrible by McDermott. Playing everybody. Why are you playing everybody that back to start the drive? You think he's really going to throw a Hail Mary from the fucking 30-yard line? What are you fucking thinking? I'm not saying that you can't play a sort of a soft zone there, but holy shit, playing that far back and then rushing 2 on multiple down. What are you doing? What in the... McDermott is McDummy a lot of times, bro. I hate to tell you guys that. Look, man, for those supporting Sean McDermott still, How do you support that? How do you support that? How do you support last week throwing the ball 3 straight times, deep passes out of your own end zone and costing the Buffalo Bills another game? How many times do we have to go through this? How many videos do I have to do of why we lost that game because of Sean McDermott's stupidity? We've done this a lot, bro. We've done this a lot, guys. A lot. And y'all don't get it. A lot of you guys don't get it. Oh, well, it's on the players to knock the ball down. Okay, I get that. But maybe if we rush more than 2, put a little pressure on Aaron Rodgers, it's not such a perfect pass. Right? Or maybe it's tipped. Or maybe he doesn't throw it. Maybe he gets sacked even. Who knows? But he had all the time in the world to throw a perfect ball. And I get it once again, though. It's also on the players. I understand that. Like, why are we continuing on these Hail Marys playing behind the receiver? What the fuck? What are you guys? What are you doing? What are you doing? They said they practice these, by the way. And I'm sure they do. Are they? Who the hell is McDermott telling them to get behind the player, the receiver? What? How is one guy boxing out 4 fucking defenders? One guy. That's on the players too. It's mind-boggling. And why wouldn't you send, because I've seen this many times, why wouldn't you send some receivers out there? We have enough guys, tall guys, to knock the ball down. You could have sent Keon Coleman out there. You could have sent Matt Collins out there. Real fucking simple. But no, Sean McDermott wants to do it his fucking way. And it costs his team every fucking time. It costs it every time. There is no excuse for that last night, guys. And 0. We could have went into halftime 20-10 instead of 2017. It's crazy. It's crazy. McDermott's a problem. He's a fucking problem. Good coach, but he's stubborn as hell, and he makes a shit ton of mistakes. Time management is terrible. It's terrible. Decision making in tight games, terrible. God awful. And I don't know if that's ever going to change, guys. And that's why I really for as excited I am every season for the Bills, like to start the season where I'm optimistic. I also have it in the back of my mind. We have Sean McDermott as head coach. I'm not going to lie. I can't lie to you guys. It's the truth. I really don't believe this guy could take us to Super Bowl. And by the way, if he does and we win a Super Bowl under Sean McDermott, I am so glad to eat crow. I will eat crow. I would do a video apologizing. I don't give a shit at that point. We won a Super Bowl. Fine. Come at me. Tommy, you're wrong about Sean McDermott. He's the man. Okay, cool. I'll take that. I'll eat that crow for days. I'll go to a fucking crow buffet. I will sit there and eat fucking crow until I can't eat crow no more. If we won a Super Bowl, no problem. But will that day ever come with Sean McDermott as head coach of the Buffalo Bills? The chances are really fucking slim, guys. Let's continue on. Speaking of the guy I was just going on my rant about, not very disciplined. Along with that play, it was an ugly game overall, especially in the second half. Head coach Sean McDermott needs to get the flags sorted out. Both teams took 11 penalties. The Bills lost 94 yards on them. A couple were poor calls, such as pass rusher AJ Epinesa roughing the passer, bullshit call. Double digits, it's still too many, and I agree. And I gotta say too, love Deion Dawkins, and I don't mind our offensive linemen getting aggressive like that. I don't mind it, but you also got to be smart about it. And costing your team 15-yard penalty on a commercial break, it's crazy to me. What are you doing? I get it. You're you hate the Jets. I do too. I hate the Jets. I hate the Dolphins. But man, like, you got to get your emotions sometimes a little in check there. And it's a team game, and you're costing the team at that point. Because we went from 3rd and I think 9 or 3rd and 10 to 3rd and 25. And that was the end of that play. That was the end of that series because of that stupid penalty. Because you were caught up in your emotions and you were being selfish. Now, once again, on the flip side, I don't mind a little aggression either. I don't mind a little shit talking. Like, I don't mind a little Richie Incognito, right, in our offensive lineman, right? Sometimes offensive linemen, you got to have that nastiness as well. Like, so, but there's a fine line, right? Like, be smart about it, right? That's all I'm saying. Same with Spencer Brown. He also gets that way. And once again, I don't mind it to an extent, but don't cost the team yards on drives that are drive killers. Don't do it. Be smart about it. All right, next one up. Still on top. Look at Josh Allen. Josh Allen, my boy. Regardless of it all, the Bills entered this one on a 2-game losing streak. That allowed the Jets to be in striking distance of the top spot in the AFC East. Not so fast, my friend. That's still Buffalo's place. And it is 2.5-game lead. See how that goes? Just like that. And thank you for Bills Wire once again for that article. But yeah, Bills 2.5-game lead. It could have went the opposite way. Could have went the opposite way real quick. It was that close of a game. But the Bills winded up getting the job done. They came up with a big play at the end. Teron Johnson. Woo! That was unbelievable. That was an unbelievable play by Teron Johnson. I at first thought, oh, man, he probably didn't secure the ball because that was such an unbelievable interception. And I was waiting for the replay. And I was waiting for them like, oh, it hit the ground. And sure enough, it did not. And I'm like, whoa, man, thank God. Because knowing our luck, it would have been 4th and 15. I think it was 3rd and 15 at the time. 3rd and 17, something like that. Here comes another Hail Mary that we give up. Like I was just like, please. And thank God it was an interception. And then you got to also credit Joe Brady there at the end there too for calling a really good call for Josh Allen to pick up that first down and seal the deal and get out of New Jersey with a win and get a little bit of mojo back on this Buffalo Bills team that was on a 2-game losing streak. We could easily be 5-1 right now. Easily. That Houston game was a winnable game, guys. But once again, man, offense, wide receiver group, terrible. Our coaching, terrible in that game. I thought they turned it around a little bit in this game. I thought Sean McDermott was still bad in some of his decisions, obviously, in the end of the first half. But I thought Bobby Babbitt did a good job. I thought, Joe Brady did a much better job, though. He still struggled at times in that game with some of his play calling. But the thing I liked is he got Ray Davis involved. I liked the fact that, what I really liked, and I called this before the game started, when James Cook was ruled out, I said, watch, Ty Johnson will be RB1. Like he will start the game as RB1. I know, because I know Sean McDermott. I know how he rolls. And Ray Davis will be 2, and Frank Gore Jr. will be 3, and he won't even see the field. And I was right. By the way, Frank Gore Jr. did not see the field. And Ty Johnson got the start. And by the way, Ty Johnson wasn't bad either. Like Ty Johnson had some good runs. Change of pace running back, right? He has a little bit better speed around the edge than Ray Davis. But once Ray Davis got in there, man, that dude was a bulldozer. And it's not like he's slow. He has some speed to him. But he is a bulldozer. He's shifty, great contact balance. He always is falling forward. Even if he's caught up in the backfield, he's still trying to, he still will pick up a yard or two, or he won't lose a yard, right? Like he's that type of running back. Unlike James Cook, who is very light. Contact balance is okay. It's gotten better for James Cook. Not very good between the tackles, especially if there isn't massive size holes for him to run through. You saw the difference last night with Ray Davis running in between the tackles. He can shed off some tackles, and he can keep it moving. And that's the difference between him and James Cook. So, listen, man, moving forward, we need to have that two-headed monster. We do. It's a change of pace running back. It's two different guys who do two different things, right? They do different things better than one another. And I give Joe Brady, back to what I was saying, I give Joe Brady credit for not sticking with Ty Johnson as the RB1 the rest of the way in that game. He saw the hot hand was Ray Davis. He continued with Ray Davis. He also continued running the ball, 20 carries. 20 for 97 yards is a very good game. Very good game. And we need to continue that trend because right now, our wide receiver group is god-awful. It's god-awful. It is so bad. Khalil Shakir, I told you guys, high ankle sprain, it's going to be a while for that dude to get 100%. It may not even happen this season. It's very tough to come back from a high ankle sprain. He was out there last night, but you guys saw how limited Khalil Shakir was, right? You guys saw it because you see the numbers too. Clearly, it was still bothering him because the guy had 2 receptions on 2 targets for 19 yards. That's not Khalil Shakir type numbers. So we need help. Listen, Curtis Samuel also is not 100%. That's clear as day. You guys saw he had a better game, but he's a lot faster than what he showed last night. That's why I know he's still hampered by the turf toe thing because he was getting caught up. Every time he got the ball, he would get caught. He would get caught, and that's not Curtis Samuel. Normally, he's tough to catch. He's fast in the open field. He's tough to get, and I felt like the Jets were right on him every catch. So that's a problem because we expected more, and maybe it's not his issue because he has an injury, but it's our issue. It's the Bills' issue because we don't have anybody right now. And I said this, I think on Friday Night Lights. Why not? Just throwing this out there, spitballing. Put him on IR for 4 games. Call up Hamler. Hamler is super fast, guys. He's a former second round pick. He's a 4-3 guy. He's healthy. He's a gadget type receiver, like a McKenzie, but he's a decent receiver. I'd rather him, a healthy guy that has the speed, come in for the 4 game. Let Curtis Samuel rest, heal up, and hopefully we make the playoffs, and then Curtis Samuel come back and be at least close to 100%. And then he could provide what we thought he could provide when we signed him in the offseason. Very simple. But I think Hamler is more than capable of filling in 4 games, and speed kills. Guys, we know that. We could do a lot with Hamler. I'm not saying make him the focal point of the offense, but I think he could provide more right now than Curtis Samuel can. But see, that's what I'm talking about with the Bills sometimes. They don't, Sean McDermott, right? Especially Sean McDermott, because it's his decision. It's so stubborn in what he wants to do. Players he wants on the field. Certain guys that he wants to bring back on free agency, right? Old vets that he knows that's been here. Oh, Josh Norman. What? AJ Klein. Oh, I can't. Right? Like he's stubborn in his ways. You know what? Mac Hollins. Why isn't Shavers here? Why isn't Shavers getting the nod over Mac Hollins? Mac Hollins? Come on, man. And this is where I go back to Brandon Beane. Brandon Beane, bro. Look, man. Once again, man. I know you want to stay the course. I know you like to hoard your draft picks, but it's not going as planned, and it happens. It happens to a lot of teams. Injuries, players underperforming, and sometimes you got to take a detour. Right? Not everything's going to go the way you thought it was going to go, or how you had vision. Right now, it's not going as planned. Let's be real. And there's no way in fuck that Brandon Beane can sit here and lie to us and tell us that this wide receiver group is good enough to make a playoff push. He's lying straight to our faces if he says that. If he says he truly believes in this wide receiver group, this offense, then he's lying. He is lying. And that would be very upsetting to me, because of the reality is this wide receiver group is terrible. Right now, it's bad. I like Keon Coleman. I'm the one that said the Bills should draft Keon Coleman. But Keon Coleman has still some room to grow. He isn't there yet, clearly, right? And I don't think he's having a terrible season, by the way. And everyone's talking about the Worthy thing. We did the stats last night, guys, with him and Worthy. They're almost identical. Worthy has 179 yards. Coleman has 175, I think. Guys, they're like right there. Like they're the fucking same. The only difference is, oh, by the way, two receiving touchdowns. Keon Coleman, 2 receiving touchdowns. The only difference is Worthy has 42 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. That's obviously not Keon Coleman's game. So I'm talking about receiving. But even that is not super impressive. We're 6 games in. It's not like Xavier Worthy, has 200 ground rushing yards and 4 touchdowns. Like, he's not blowing it up. So I don't want to hear we passed up on Worthy, a superstar. Like, no. Keon Coleman's going to be just fine. But at the same time, he's a player that we're going to have to probably be a little patient with. And I told you guys to start the season, you're not going to really see Keon Coleman's true progression until year 2, year 3. Like around there, we're going to look back and go, that was a great draft pick. But right now, too, I got to be real with you. It would really help him by bringing in a veteran top receiver. It would really benefit him. Like who's the guy right now in that room? Mac fucking Hollins, Curtis Samuel. Come on, man. Khalil Shakir's still young. Yeah. We need a guy, a playmaker, a true playmaking receiver that can create separation, that can be Josh Allen's true security blanket when things are breaking down, at least until Khalil Shakir gets healthier. Now we're talking. So look, you bring in a receiver. And by the way, there is a list of receivers the Bills can go out and get, right? And I'm going to name a few that are available, right? Because Adams is, by the way, y'all know Adams got traded to the Jets. If you don't know, now you know. And I listen, by the way, I'm not even mad at it because the Jets took on his full salary, right? And I was saying the only way the Bills get that deal done for Adams is if the Raiders eat most of the contract. And the Raiders weren't going to budge. And the Jets, doing what Jets do, went ahead and ate a big contract. And okay, cool for them. We'll see what they do with him. So here's available. Cooper Kupp. I mean, this is what is supposedly on the trading block. Cooper Kupp, Alec Pierce, Amari Cooper, Courtland Sutherland, DeAndre Hopkins, Darius Slayton, and DK Metcalf. Now, obviously, my go-to guy here would be Metcalf. My second choice would probably be Hopkins. My third, Kupp or Cooper, but I'll be honest with you, I would take any of those receivers right now over what we got. Any of them. And you guys, I'm sure you all will have your opinions. Oh, Cooper, this and that. They're better than what we got. Every single one of those guys can make a difference. Every single one of those guys that I just read off would make a big difference in this wide receiver group. Those are facts. You guys could sit here and debate on, that if you want, and that's fine. But this wide receiver group right here is a UFL team, right? XFL, UFL, whatever the hell you want to call it. That's what they are. And it's not good enough. And if you see Josh Allen's numbers this year, it's atrocious as far as passing yards. He's at 1,100 through 6 games. That's terrible. He may barely reach 3,000 yards. Josh fucking Allen may. Do you want me to repeat that? Josh Allen might end up with about 3,000 passing yards. That's craziness to me. Probably the second best quarterback in the NFL. I say he is. With 3,000 passing yards. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable, man. You want to know our receivers here? I mean, this is terrible. Khalil Shakir, 249 yards on the season. Through 6 fucking games, guys. 217 for Kincaid, 201 for Coleman. By the way, I was wrong on Coleman. So Coleman has 201. He actually, right now, is better than Xavier Worthy. So how about that? So receiving-wise, Coleman is better than Worthy at the moment. James Cook, 123. Curtis Sam, 192. Matt Collins, 81. Ray Davis, 73. Ty Johnson, 61. Dawson Knox, 42. How about that? Ray Davis has more receiving yards than Dawson Knox. He has more receiving yards than MVS with 26. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, wow. Like that that's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. MVS, terrible signing. I knew it the moment I heard we signed him, I was like, why? What? Why? He's terrible. He is one of the worst hands in the NFL. He drops passes all the time. Why would you sign that guy? Guaranteed contract too, I think it was. Like, terrible signing. Yeah, listen, man. If you get one of those receivers in here and Khalil Shakir starts to heal up a little bit toward the tail end of the season, Keon Coleman seems like he's trending up. It's getting better as the games go by. Dalton Kincaid and what we're seeing. Then we're talking. Right now we're going, okay. And we got this two-headed monster in Ray Davis and James Cook. Now we can look back and go, okay, stand back. Now we can stand back and go, yo, now that is a wide receiver group. Right? So can you imagine just throwing that, just hypothetical, DK Metcalf, Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, Dalton Kincaid going into a game. Bro, that is a wide receiver group. A healthy Khalil Shakir. That is a group where defenders have to really pay attention to our wide receivers at that time. Because right now, I'm going to tell you right now, defensive coordinators are not threatened by this wide receiver group. Not at all. Not at all. Because they know we can't create any type of separation early in routes. And when they bring the heat on Josh Allen, he has nobody to go to. And that's where Josh Allen needs to get out of the pocket, buy some time. You all saw that play last night, Ray Davis. That wasn't a play designed for Ray Davis. I'm just lucky Ray Davis was on the same page as Josh Allen and actually kept going, moving around, and trying to make a play, trying to get open for Josh Allen, who was scrambling, trying to find anyone that could create any type of separation, get open for a pass. And it happened to be Ray Davis of all the guys on the field. We need a playmaker because right now, like I said, Khalil Shakir banged up. Dalton Kincaid, I don't know what's going on there. Dawson Knox, I don't even know what to say anymore about Dawson Knox. I'm glad he called a touchdown last night. It was a big touchdown, but that was his only catch. Another, just a guy that's just we overpaid, and he's doing nothing. He's a great blocking tight end. Wow. Okay, cool. I don't know. Anyways, guys, those are my 5 takeaways. We're 4-2. We got a game coming up against the Titans. I believe it's the Titans that we should win, regardless of our receiving corp here. We are at home. All right. Matter of fact, the next few games are all winnable. Okay, we're home against the Titans. We're at Seattle. Now, Seattle is a weird team. They're streaky, right? They have their moments, but we should be able to beat Seattle. We're home against the Dolphins. I don't think Tua will be ready by then either, because Tua would make it a little bit of a difference, but we're at home against the Dolphins. That is a winnable game. We're at Indy, very winnable game, though Joe Flacco is doing Joe Flacco things over there, so they could be somewhat dangerous, but it's still winnable. And then it gets a little tough. Then we're back home against the Chiefs. We have a bye week after the Chiefs game, and we play again at home against the 49ers. Very tough opponents, back to back. Then we're at the Rams. By then, they'll have a healthier team. That's not a pushover. We're at the Lions. Once again, a very good team playing in Detroit. Not a pushover. Not at all. They are a Super Bowl contender for sure. Home against the Patriots should be a win. Home against the Jets, I think that should be a win. We'll see how they play moving forward with Devontae Adams. They could be better. We'll find out. And then we're at the Patriots to finish. So we got to listen. These next 4 games in a row, we got to win these games. Like you got to let's start building that comfortable lead in the AFC East while the Jets and the Dolphins try to find their way. And while they're trying to find their way, we can gain a little momentum and get a little bit more cushion in the AFC East. That's what we need to do because we got some tough games down the road. And if we can win one of those 2 at home against the Chiefs or the 49ers, I'll be happy with that. But we need to handle our business against the teams we should win, right? That we should come out with a victory. But at the same time, Brandon Beane needs to really be aggressive and make some phone calls and get a deal done. Once again, there's no way Brandon Beane can be comfortable with this team the way it's currently sits, this offense. There's no way he could sit here and lie to us and say that he's watching the same game we are watching. He's satisfied with that wide receiver group. And listen, we're 6 weeks in, right? So I don't want to hear all players got, a little bit banged up, but once these guys get, we'll be fine. It's a good receiving group. They just got to, figure it out. Like, I don't want to hear that anymore. Like, we're 6 weeks in. Like, that excuse is gone, long gone. They're just not capable of doing their job right now. They're not even right now. They're just not quality receivers. They're not going to make any defensive coordinator shake in his boots and worry about. And that's the problem. And I hope Brandon Beane realizes that. He sees that for himself because he's at these games. And he gets on the phone and makes a deal. Makes a deal. You have to. And if he doesn't, it tells me one thing. He doesn't truly believe this team, even with an addition of one of those guys I just read off, would make that big of a difference where this team would be considered a Super Bowl contender. And if that's the truth, then that it is what it is. But I don't believe that. I don't believe that, guys. You could say otherwise, but the defense is starting to get healthier. We're going to get Vaughn back, I think, in 2 more games. 2 or 1 more. I forget what it is, how many games. I think he's been out 2 games, so 2 more games. We're getting guys back. Matt Milano may get back in December. The defense is actually, listen, they're doing their job. They're not playing great, but they're doing their job. The offense is the problem. So I really, truly believe, and it's really the wide receiver group. We don't have a problem at running back. James Cook is a good running back. Ray Davis clearly is a good running back. If they implement those 2 guys and use them as a 2-headed monster, we have something brewing there. The offensive line could be better, but it's not bad. But they definitely could be better. And last night they were better than they were the week. Wide receiver group, there it is. There's your fucking problem. Cooking. And hey, if you guys feel different, comment below. There is also another problem as Tyler Bass. I get that. But there's nothing we can do about that. And hopefully we never run into a game where we need Tyler Bass to make the game-winning field goal, because then we're fucked. But what do you guys think? Comment below. Let me know. Sorry this video ran so long, but I want to give you guys everything, man. So Bills Mafia, once again, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And Bills Mafia, I love you. And as always, go Bills. I'm out of here. Peace.